In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a detailed assembly of the CYKE Oxen W e-bike hitch rack, hopefully making your assembly project a little bit easier. Let's get into it. The CYKE Oxen W hitch bike rack. Neatly packed. I'm sure these are all going to be parts. Somehow I thought that'd be heavier, but that's not a bad thing. Looks like the ramp's going to be tucked right up in there. A self-contained ramp. Just enough packing material in here, and not a bunch of extra parts that you don't need. So up at the top, you're going to have two front wheel holders. Just below that, you're going to have two beam assemblies, and that's what the bike's going to sit on. This middle piece is going to be your bottom bracket. That's going to attach into the truck. And then you have two middle support tubes and your connection blocks, and those connection blocks are going to go right onto the support tubes. You're going to have a U-shaped bracket, some bolts and nuts, a big heavy-duty plate, a really nice feature here. You're going to have a lock so you can lock the bike hitch directly to the vehicle, a couple of brackets, and a couple of reflectors. That's everything that came in the box and everything that should be in yours as well. You could build it on the ground, but I think what we're going to do is build ours right on the back of the truck. The very first thing I'm going to put together here is going to be the bottom bracket, and we're going to line it up right on the truck just like this. Now what you could do once you have this hole lined up and you get it set in there in place, you'll take your marker and you can mark a little line there so you know exactly how far to push that in, and it'll line up for you without having to guess. Next thing we're going to do is take our beam assemblies, because they're going to line up just like this. Looks like the first one is going to have the front wheel holder on this side, and the second one's going to have the front wheel holder on this side. We're going to set it up just like it is in the instructions. There's not too many pieces to this, but there's the second one, so it'll look something like this. This one will go here, and this one will go here. But in the meantime, let's get these beam assemblies attached. You're going to grab this bag of bolts and nuts, and when you look inside of it, you're going to see there's going to be 4 smaller screws with bolts and washers, and then 2 that just have a nut and they're thicker. These we're going to put aside because they're going to be for the middle support tubes that are going to come up, so we're not going to use those. We'll stick those right back in the bag. And what we need are these 4 here. And it's pretty simple the way this goes together. Looks like we're just going to flip these over upside down. We're going to take our nut and washer off, and then you have this little opening here. You're going to slide in your screw just like that, and it's going to only go in one way. If it's on an angle, it won't go in. So you can see, just put it straight, and you're just going to slide it in there. We're going to do the same for the second one. We'll take our second screw, place it right like that. Now it looks really simple the way this is going to go together. We're going to just back this off a bit, and we're going to drop it into these 2 holes right here. So we're going to line these up. And drop them into those holes just like that. Now down at the bottom here, the screw's sticking out, so we're going to take our washer and our nut and screw it onto the bottom here. Just like that. On this side here as well, we'll take our washer and our nut. We're going to need to tighten these down, and that's going to draw this right into place. Now that we have that on there, you can see this is going to slide either direction. We'll want to center it up once we get the front wheel holder on here as well, but for now, both of our nuts are at the bottom, and we'll tighten those up shortly. Let's go ahead and attach the other one. Same thing here. Slide it right in. Get our second one. Take the nut off and slide it in as well, just like that. This is about where they're lined up. Now we'll flip it over. And you can see how that goes right here. Drop them into place. You want to make sure you're screwing that nut on and getting it started by the wider end first, because there's nylon on this side and you won't be able to get it started. Next we'll want to take our front wheel holder. Let's take a look at them side by side and make sure they're the same. They do look the same, no differences there. And we'll attach those. Now we're going to take a socket set and we're going to loosen up these 4 screws on the ends. And now that's rattling around because I haven't tightened it down. Once the wheel holders are on the end here, it's going to stick out further. So I want to make sure that I can line them up and make sure they're nice and centered. So that's why I'm not tightening this down yet. So this washer won't slide off. So that makes it pretty easy to identify how they go back in. You're just going to take this whole assembly and screw it back in once you put the wheel holder on. Now we'll take our wheel holder, line it up just like this, and get them screwed back in. We'll go ahead and just get them started for now, and then we'll tighten them down. Pretty much can turn them all the way down by hand. Now we'll take our ratchet and we'll tighten them down the rest of the way. I always go crisscross when I'm tightening down bolts so that I'm not tightening down anything unevenly. Now they're getting pretty snug. And then we'll tighten them down the rest of the way. Okay, that's pretty tight. Let's remove the bolts from this side and get this side done as well. Really simple and not much to it, that's for sure. Everything now is nice and tight. We can go ahead and center these up. I think it's going to stop right at the end. Okay. If you had 2 bikes that you kept on the rack all the time and one of them just wasn't lining up perfectly on the rack, I would think you could just shift it over slightly, just like that, and then tighten it down. Okay, let's go get these bolts that are underneath here and get them tightened down nice. That's tightened down and that's solid as a rock. Let's get the other one tightened down as well. Now we're going to attach our middle support tubes, and they're going to go just like this. You're going to have 2 bolts left over. We're going to remove the nut, and we're going to need these for our middle support tube. Line up your hole to this square hole here. We'll slide it down just like this. And you want to put your bolt in this way so the nut ends up on the back side. And when you seat it in there, you want to make sure it's flush. There's a little square in here, and you want to make sure that little square is lined up here, and then it'll be nice and flush. We'll take our nut, put it on the other side, and we'll drop our other one on here as well, then we'll tighten them down. Same thing with this. We're going to just slide it right down, line up our bolt, make sure that bolt's flush, take our nut and screw that on as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and tighten these down. If you make it too tight, you won't be able to move it. If you make it too loose, it'll just drop down on you. And we'll tighten down the other side. That keeps that head flush, that little square in there. It lines up inside perfectly, so you don't need to hold this side. We'll make it nice and tight. It's pretty good right there. Gotta say, that's almost perfect. Now we're going to attach the connection blocks. This is what holds the seat post or the frame once you have it attached. So we're just going to go ahead and slide these just like this. There's one. The other one will go this way, like this. That's how they'll attach. And we'll just drop them right down out of the way for now. Now we're going to attach the bike rack to the truck. And the nice thing is, we're going to tighten it down, and we have this lock at the end. So someone can't just come by, unscrew it, and pull the rack off. They'd actually need the key to remove this. So this is a really nice feature to have, and it comes with this rack. So it looks like we're going to have our 2 keys and our lock here. So we're going to just slide that over. So what we want to do is line up the hole so we can insert our pin. So let's move it forward here. Oh, maybe we gotta go backwards. There it is. See if that fits in there. Okay. You have a couple options on this side. You can take a cotter pin and stick it on there. But what you really should do is take your lock, slide it back on, lock it up, and remove your key. No one can just steal it. Now that we have this lined up, you can take a marker, just mark on the actual bike rack where it lines up, so you can just slide it in right up to that line next time, and you don't have to worry about lining the hole up. And don't forget to put the 2 supplied keys for this lock in a safe place. So this plate's gonna go under here like this and bolt down. Take off the nut and washer on each side. Whoa, no. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. But it's basically gonna go like this. Let's get it started with 1 washer and nut for now. We'll grab the other one off the floor. I guess it would be wiser if you went and tightened this down a bit before you put it on here, and then you don't have to tighten it up as much. This is no joke. This is going to be really nice. Now that that's attached, take a look at this rack. There's no movement in this thing. I mean, look at it. It's solid. That vibration plate is going to definitely help it as well. I mean, it's going nowhere. Let's see how it is raising it up for the first time. Press this button and pull out. And then it's going to drop right into place. Also included are some reflectors so that you can attach them. There's some 2-sided tape here. You can attach it here, down at the end here. You do have 2 of them so that you can attach those there. Another cool thing that you get that solves a problem is you can remove your license plate, and then these are going to slide right underneath here. And you can now attach your license plate right to the back of the rack. But super simple assembly. Didn't take much to put it together at all, and there you have it. And one of the things that I'm really impressed about that I'm noticing is I thought I was gonna have to carry the weight of this rack when I pull this lever, but no, you're just gonna press down and pull the lever. You don't have to lift the rack up, so you can drop it down or bring it up. So you're not gonna have to carry the weight of it. You're just gonna press in, pull it out, and lift it up. And the same thing when you go to close it. You're just gonna press it, pull it out, and bring it down. You don't have to lift up the whole rack. A really cool feature about this rack as well is that it has a self-contained ramp for the bike. So you can just drop that ramp down, and it's self-contained right in the tube here. So you don't have to worry about storing it in your vehicle or anything like that. You just pull back on that lever, slide it in, and it latches in perfectly. Really nice that you can have that ramp and take it with you anywhere you go. So that's going to wrap this one up for the unboxing and assembly of the CYKE Oxen W e-bike hitch rack. Make sure you check over every nut, bolt, and screw, even if it wasn't part of the assembly today. And if you have a friend or family member that's interested in purchasing one of these hitch racks, there'll be links in the description, along with the QR code up on the screen right now, so you can scan it and go directly to the Amazon posting to order yours now. So like always, thanks for watching, ride safe, have fun, see ya.